Warning, this video may contain content that may not be suitable for children or anyone else that is easily offended. Strong language, graphic content, nudity, bad jokes, and a possible idiot, aka myself, may be featured in the following clip. Viewer discretion is advised. And I'm not responsible for any damages or injuries received watching this video.
Yo! What's up, y'all? It's Zems, and welcome back to another reaction video. Yo, this video is by JCS Psychology, so if you guys haven't already, make sure you swoop down to the description box, call the link, and watch the video in entirety, because I'm going to be pausing, stopping, and talking through the whole thing. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Zems, and welcome to the Crow's Nest. But let me get another yo! Thank you guys so much for the 10,000 subscribers, man. I cannot tell you guys how happy I am. Literally been looking at it. I've been trying to get to a video to tell you guys thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, this channel has been going through its ups and downs throughout the years. A lot of you been here since I had a 200, 300. A lot of you been here to cap out at the 10,000. So either way, you guys are here. Thank you guys so much for supporting the Crow's Nest. I greatly appreciate it, and I cannot keep saying thank you guys enough. And I don't know what's the next cap going to be. Maybe 15K. I think 15K is going to be our next goal to try to get to. If I missed your Thanksgiving, hopefully everything went according to plan. Hopefully you guys have some delicious food. Hopefully everybody is safe and healthy. But for now, let's get it. Also, Corey Kenshin is back, if y'all didn't notice. He's coming back on the 16th.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in his case and we were playing, like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep, and I woke up, and he was dead in the suitcase, so I don't know what happened.
What?
Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase.
He was in a suitcase?
Yes, and I fell asleep.
Right, is he breathing?
No.
I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
purple.
That doesn't even make any sense. I'm sorry to stop it so early. You was playing hide and seek. You put him in the suitcase and fell asleep. What's the point of playing hide and seek if you know where he is? It doesn't even make any sense. It's madness already from the jump. And how do you fall asleep in the middle of a game? You is not that damn tired to forget your loved one is inside of a suitcase. Why would you put him in there in the first place? Like, no, ain't no way.
Okay, listen to me. Lay him flat on his... Okay, ma'am, listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Okay, ma'am, that's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him, okay? Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay. And...
Please! Okay, he just gurgled.
Okay, listen to me. Place the heel of your hand right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
we want to pump his chest to me hard and fast, twice per second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or you do the stand alive sound.
Who pronounced?
It actually worked because I've been playing it.
Oh, right there.
This is 42-year-old Sarah Boone, who you just heard on the 911 call a few seconds ago. Her boyfriend was 42-year-old George Torres Jr., who she locked inside a suitcase the night before, ultimately leading to him dying of suffocation. Sarah's explanation is that it was a totally unintentional and unforeseen accident, but what she's completely unaware of at this particular moment is the fact she recorded 2 videos on her phone last night, the first of which was taken at 11:12 p.m., and shows her laughing at George while he's zipped up in the suitcase. But George isn't laughing. He's asking to be let out and repeatedly stating that he can't breathe. The second video was recorded 11 minutes later, showing the same thing, except the suitcase was flipped over and in a different area of the apartment. Sarah is both unmistakably and heavily intoxicated in these videos, which may explain the fact she didn't delete them. It would be safe to assume that she has no idea the videos exist. And yes, you will see the moment she becomes aware of their existence. But we first have to acknowledge how this episode was even possible, and that would be the Law and Crime Network. They sent us the uncompressed documents that comprise this video, and almost every case we have covered, or will cover, is already available in its raw form on this channel, which includes the 2 main items of public record in the case of Sarah Boone, starting with the body cam footage, which is right where we left off.
Hello there. I had a cigarette loo. Get it for you, okay? Wait 1 second, okay? I really need something to drink. Okay, well, I got my Dr. Pepper on the counter. Okay, we'll take care of you. Give me 1 second. What's going on?
Sorry,
I just got here, so fill me in.
No problem. Like, he and I were putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some artwork together.
You are putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there.
Okay.
Like, having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase.
okay?
Who is this guy?
That's my ex-husband, my former husband.
How did he lives here with you guys?
No, I called him over here.
Okay, okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Here, let's talk in private, okay?
I called you guys. All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that happened.
Okay, okay. Here, let me fill this deputy in, okay?
Please, may I have my Dr. Pepper? I am so cotton mouth right now. It's on the counter.
I can't move anything from out of the house.
I'm so thirsty. Like, I'm making...
Here, I want you to sit down because I don't want you passing out. This is probably a lot for you to deal
I
with,
need
right? Sit.
May I have some water? Just water.
I can get you some water, okay?
The officer then talks to Sarah's ex-husband.
About 11:30 is when I started calling to find out because this is supposed to be her day.
He referred to the fact that Sarah was meant to have custody of their son today.
She's generally not very good about always doing it. She tends to drink.
They called back and said she was still there, or she came back.
So I was calling to find out if she was going to be getting him or not today.
From school?
Yes.
Okay.
Got over here, told her she needed to call 911, get somebody over here, and then basically she said she needed to go outside, have a drink and a cigarette. But I called her
Give me
initially.
1 second, okay?
He's currently on parole because of it, so...
Because of domestic violence with her?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He explains that George has been arrested for domestic violence multiple times against Sarah, and that Sarah's literally bailed him out every time.
I don't know what it is.
Oh, she's getting water from this tap. Probably gonna pass out on us. Okay, well, listen.
The police officer asks the ex-husband to stick around for a little while longer. She then gets a notepad and returns to Sarah to collect more information.
At some point, you put him in the suitcase?
No, he got in the suitcase.
At any point in time, don't call me. I'm sorry. I'll be there for you after the fact. Like, I'll arrive to scene, but don't call me if somebody's dead and you need some advice. Hell to the no. Because the first thing they're going to say is, oh, well, why'd you call him and not the police? I am not going to be put on surveillance because you decided to call me in confidence. I love you. I care about you. Call me after the fact. Don't call me during.
So he thought it would be funny to be put in the suitcase. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to joke with you and I'll zip you up and make him, you know, squirm a little bit, whatever it is. But then I fell asleep. I fell asleep.
Where was the suitcase?
Right
He
where
got
it
in
is.
Right down there?
Yes.
You zipped him in there?
Yes.
Thought he would be funny, a little
It
joke.
was. We both were laughing about it.
Okay.
And then I fell asleep
Where did you fall asleep at?
upstairs. I just totally
So you
forgot.
began to do CPR on him?
Yes. Yes.
About
And he
what time
gurgled,
this morning
like he
did you
gurgled.
start doing that CPR?
No, it was the afternoon. And it, like, air was coming out and he was gurgling, but I could just tell by looking at him.
But you knew how to do CPR. You were doing that on your own?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to sit back down because I don't want
Can
you...
I have one more sip of water, please?
Yeah, go.
Can I have a cigarette, please?
Ma'am, I can't take anything out of the house.
It's on the back porch.
Nope, all of it. It's secure, okay?
The officer then confirms the ex-husband will be taking custody of the child.
And your child is in school right now. He's not here with you.
No. He's
okay,
at school.
he's in school. How old is he?
This will be a fun one to explain. He's 9. He's third
I
grade.
can't even start with how you would explain something like this. Okay.
The ex-husband leaves, and the officers wait for investigators to arrive.
Can I please just have a cigarette? They're on
No.
Not right now. We can't have you go and get anything. Why don't you
Good
sit in the
God.
shade?
The investigators then arrive.
Hey, Sarah. Did you get enough water?
Yes. Do I have to stand up, though?
No, if you want to stay seated, don't. I don't want you getting lightheaded. So remember I said the detectives were going to come out and talk to you and go from there. They're here. They're going to ask you a few questions and then go from there, okay? All right.
All right, sir. My name's Chelsea. My partner, Scott.
They ask Sarah what happened.
So he decided to get in the suitcase. So I thought it would be funny to, and he was laughing about it too, to zip him up in there. I go upstairs and fell asleep. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
After you zipped them up, did you move the bag around and mess with them at all, or you just zipped it up and walked away
And I both
laughing?
were laughing about it, but I went
understand that.
upstairs and I fell asleep.
Okay.
I'm afraid for my life. I want you to know that. I am
Why
afraid
is that?
for my life. His family have never liked me.
Have you called any of them?
We talked to his daughters yesterday.
No, I mean, like, about this. Does
No.
anyone know? Okay.
They're
So
going
it's...
to kill me.
Okay,
Do
well,
they live local?
Yes, they're down the road. They're going to kill me.
The detectives reassure Sarah that she's not about to get murdered, and then go in to investigate the apartment.
I'm curious to see how this is going to play out, because one side of me is kind of like, sounds like it's premeditated, but at the same time you have drinking involved. So I wonder if they were going to charge her for murder, or would they charge her for manslaughter, because it could be seen as accidental due to being intoxicated while they're playing around. They both agreed to do it. Now, if they have like some kind of like evidence they're uncovering on a phone, like they said the video of him telling her to let her out, but at the same time, if she's drunk and she's playing around and she's not fully there, I wonder how they would kind of charge her for murder, unless it goes back and she's kind of like trying to hide it, unless they kind of find out that she didn't go to sleep like she said and she sat there and watched him die and then literally sat around to see how to cover things up. Then I don't know, but it's interesting to see how it's going to play out.
Stay seated, okay, Sarah? I know you're panicking, okay? Just relax. We'll come and talk to you. We'll keep checking on you.
This police officer was brilliant. Her temperament was perfect for the situation. The investigators simply asked Sarah to stay somewhere else for the night, and to come to the police station the following day with any questions she might have. Sarah stayed with her ex-husband, then showed up at the sheriff's office the next day at 3:51 p.m. with an entire handwritten page of questions, the first of which was about when she's getting back her phone.
I'm gonna have you sit.
Oh, she probably remembered she recorded it.
Doesn't move.
They probably didn't want to make her seem like she's
Appreciate you
a
coming in.
criminal.
Yes, ma'am.
Sarah takes out her page of questions, which the investigator semi-acknowledges then brushes off.
So obviously, he received his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
And do you understand what I just read you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Sarah has no idea what just happened.
This morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So he had some injuries to his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Forensics have since proven that George sustained his injuries the night he died, and he didn't have them before entering the apartment.
Also, too, he fell off my son's bike,
Okay.
so I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the hall tree, so
Okay. Okay.
The investigator details further injuries, including a contusion on his neck.
And they're all recent. Like they occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it. I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. We had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine, and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play, and listen to music. That's why.
She had all night to set this up, which is the issue. For all we know, she could have designed this entire scene of events from scratch. There is a 12-hour gap between the timestamp on her videos to the moment police showed up on her doorstep, which is plenty of time to assemble what looks like a very pleasant scene of events that in no way precipitated a drunken act of revenge that ultimately led to murder.
Nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me. I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising, and on his head and his skull.
I have no idea.
As if something hit him.
I
considered
have not
blunt force
touched him.
trauma.
I have not touched him. I have not touched him. I have no idea. We had a good day. It was a good day. We've had good days lately. It's been good. I don't even know where this is coming from.
The interrogator now brings up Sarah's last call to police, reporting domestic violence.
Yeah, he said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
She just referred to the fact that George didn't face charges for the alleged assault.
We've been good. I don't know if, it's since the last time he got out of jail. We've been good, and he's been having his classes.
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
The probation officer?
No, you said you guys have been good. What's your definition?
I've been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep.
So now she's trying to mitigate like her involvement in his murder, because now she's trying to point out all the things. Oh, he hit me with a shower curtain. He did all this and all that, but they already said in the past that she's bailed him out. I mean, it doesn't make it right, but now she's trying to flip the script like, well, you know, he's been doing all these things to me. And then I'm pretty sure later on that night, she's probably going to try to confess and make it seem like he tried to attack her, but then they're going to probably try to double down and be like, well, he attacked you, then why did you call the police? Why did you put him in a suitcase and wait 12 hours? There's a 12-hour gap of you not calling the police for help.
That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talk to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there. So
Sarah is detailing possible motives for retaliation. Routine procedure would be to keep her train of thought locked on this element, provide encouragement and understanding while inquiring further into the suspect's grievances with the victim. The only problem is that the lead interrogator really doesn't like Sarah, and abandons the task of pretending to, which makes this a significantly flawed, yet remarkably entertaining process to bear witness.
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so...
Give or take.
Right.
The investigator challenges an earlier assertion which remodels the discourse, and the suspect then starts defending her relationship with the victim.
I really love him, like I do, and I feel like I can help him. He came a really long way, and he was trying. He was really trying.
She somehow transitions into the principle of how she doesn't normally drink, and it's kinda only because of George that she drinks at all.
The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things more prior that I need to get done. He can't process like that. He didn't process like that. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself. And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him.
Sarah talks about George's anger management classes and the supposed progress he was making.
And would always come home and show me his papers. And we would look over his papers together. Where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class? And some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. He changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
When you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me that.
At some point, somebody gets enough.
In the next moment, the detective will say, then they have to do something to defend themselves. Sarah's temperament will completely switch at the completion of this sentence.
And they have to do something to defend themselves.
I would just flee. And I don't know if you would like to see on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop.
She explains how she once filed a restraining order against George, then for some reason brings up his ex-wife.
When I say a monster, she's a monster. Like it does,
The interrogator lets her vent about the ex-wife for 2 minutes. She will now bring the focus back to the investigation.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any like timelines better? Like what time you guys were playing? What time he was zipped up in the luggage? What time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
She recalls the game starting at around 4 p.m. and her going to sleep at around midnight.
So I have 4 and I have midnight, so there's a big gap. So I'm just curious, like, if you recall when you went upstairs to hide in the shower, or...
Like when we started to play hide and seek?
Yeah.
Well, we went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long. Worked on the puzzle again, finished it, started to paint, started to listen to music for a little bit, started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Started at the top, paint, whatever. I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, come on. Okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's like, okay, we know. Okay, take off.
That's not how you play hide and seek.
No, I'm about to say, no.
That's what we did.
Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay.
The suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back. I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore, and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations and everything, and just leave the whole thing by the clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not, but obviously
No.
I understand, you know, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter, you were laughing,
Yes.
he was laughing, but what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something
Absolutely
that you
not.
guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Okay, so do you remember making any videos or maybe having any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
No.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
With regard to the colossal realm of interrogation footage, the level of notoriety these next moments acquired is virtually unprecedented. I feel like this picture belongs on a wall somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
Oh, okay.
Sarah may have been hoping that that was the end of it. Really can't say that I blame her for that.
She said, for everything you done to me. Oh, yeah, that's a wrap.
Is
Look
it
at her
on?
face.
Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
Dang.
I don't know how much I can take.
She got drunk and forgot she did all that.
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
You can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
Oh, she can see it now. She don't got to throw up anymore. She
Is
leaned in
that
quick.
long?
2 minutes.
No.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you. Stupid. Sarah. That's my name. Don't wear it up.
That's insane.
Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please. Okay.
That's him saying that he can't breathe, and you saying fuck
So
you.
this is upside down.
The interrogators should not be cutting each other off, but their missteps can be forgiven on this occasion due to the power of the evidence, which the lead detective will now focus on.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image is upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep,
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
but not intentional of.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Just to be clear, Sarah still has no idea how screwed she is. She just referred to an earlier statement that she didn't lock up the suitcase all the way, so George could get out.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out.
It's, and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging
Do you, though?
for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a.
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you,
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
My intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
This video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for like a long time prior to you recording this?
No. No.
I think we've all gathered by now that Sarah might be twisting the truth in her favor a little bit. She seems to have forgotten that 2 minutes ago she claimed to have no recollection of this incident, so her impeccable memory all of a sudden seems rather selective.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, 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 I can't breathe, and you're the only one laughing.
Okay.
And you're the only one saying derogatory comments, like you're mad.
No. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but, like, it's like you guys are kind of trying to, like, feed me.
The interesting thing about Sarah is that her intuition is correct. She sort of recognizes what the police are doing here, but still has no idea of the ramifications. Her energy resembles that of someone who feels the police are about to start rumors about her.
Like,
no, I'm just trying to show you a video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep.
So you had a plan.
My plan was not to, he'll be up here any minute.
But you willingly went upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase.
So why not let him
Why
out?
didn't you take him out?
Because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you consciously think, he's asking to come out, he can't
I didn't do it
breathe.
intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
And what was
suitcase.
your plan?
There we go.
Waiting for him to come upstairs. I thought it was, like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't, that, you
He's
all...
telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name, and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Guys, that's how we are with each other. The whole suitcase thing never happened before.
Sarah tries to move on to another topic, but the interrogator doesn't allow it and brings her back to the specifics of the evidence.
Again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers, and we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up, trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
I mean, you put him in, so why didn't you take him out?
Because I was upstairs and I fell asleep.
No, before you went upstairs.
Oh, my Lord.
You, like, consciously had to walk upstairs. I mean, you obviously remember going to bed because you were able to give me a time frame on that. And you specifically told me that you went upstairs.
She's cooked.
My intention is not for this to happen.
Her intentions just don't make any sense. Like, she's done for. My plan was not to leave him in there. So if your plan was not to leave him in there, why would you elaborately leave him in the suitcase to go upstairs and go to sleep knowing that you still left him in the suitcase? So what was your plan to go upstairs to begin with? Why not stay downstairs and then unzip him, be like, I got you, then go back upstairs? Why would you, like, what? That doesn't even make any sense. And the way she's explaining it is just making it worse. Like she said earlier, she don't remember anything, I don't want to talk about it. Well, either you could explain it to us or we could be up for interpretation. She said, like, come on, man, you just cap. I don't think she's going to admit it. If she does, that's just crazy to me. But the other detective was asking, I kept saying it, like, what was the plan? What was the plan? Because that makes it sound like it's premeditated. My plan was not to leave him in there. So you planned to put him in there, but your plan was not to leave him in there. I feel like hers just saying that shows you the intent of wanting him inside of the suitcase. But that's just me. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think.
I'm sick about it. I've never done anything like this before in the past. I am sick.
The lead interrogator starts playing the video as Sarah is mid-sentence reiterating her innocence.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what you all want me to tell you because this was not in any way, shape, or form.
You admit to moving the suitcase, like, over. So
You roll it.
You roll it out, like, it's not like...
I didn't want it to be like that.
You didn't want him to be upside down? How do you even get upside down?
Right. You guys are killing me right now. I don't know how you want me to say it. I didn't mean to leave him in there.
Okay.
What's your reasoning for not calling 911 sooner?
Thank you.
Because I didn't know what to do and how horrific it was.
Mm.
I called Ryan, and, like, what, 5 minutes later I called you guys? not even 5 minutes. And they was continually doing CPR with the dispatch on the phone.
So when he asked to be let out, like, what's your reasoning for not letting him out?
When I was upstairs?
No, when he's asking on the video, he asked multiple times. He asked to be let out. I can't breathe. What? Like, why didn't you let him out?
Well, number one, I had no idea it was going to end like that.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, just, you know what? I'll give you 5 minutes or so in there. They'll give you 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes for what?
This was an absolutely imperative moment to allow the suspect to elaborate, but the lead interrogator cuts her off.
Well, based off the videos, one video's at 11:12 and the next one's at 11:23.
The dude's like, oh my God, I had her.
At least 11 minutes per video recording. So my thing is, when it stopped, he asked multiple times. I mean, why? Why did you not let him out? It's just a simple question.
The detectives are doing a great job. I'm not bashing the detectives, but dude, he's been cooking. He's been asking some dope questions, and she jumps in and cuts them off. Like I said, they both did a great job. At the end of the day, like, she did it. We all know she did it. But dude in the suit right here was cooking. Like, he was asking all the questions, like 5 minutes for what? So when he said that, she was like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. They got me cornered. Silence is like an ultimate killer. If you watch true crime documentaries, 48, anything like that, silence is the #1 indicator that you know more than you're leading on. He literally said 5 minutes for what? Her face just went completely blank. She said, ooh. And then the other girl jumped in and she was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to answer that question anymore. He should go back and be like, 5 minutes to what? 5 minutes for punishment-wise? 5 minutes until he dies? What do you mean by 5 minutes? 5 minutes until what? What happens at 5 minutes? Oh, man. But they still don't understand how she got the bruise. Did she knock him out and then put him in a suitcase? Because dude got bruises on his right shoulder and his head. What could be possibly explained because maybe she was kind of like trying to lift him up. She wasn't strong enough. Maybe she bumped him into something, or maybe that was him being in the suitcase and maybe she kicked the suitcase down the stairs or something. Who knows? I know she knows more than what she's saying, and I hope she regurgitates some information by accident and gives us a little bit more insight.
To be honest with you, I mean,
Were you punishing him?
no.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you're saying in the
She
video.
said, yeah, no.
This is what you get. This is
Yep.
what you make me feel like.
See, and then it's all backfired on me. I will never drink alcohol again.
Okay.
I don't care what it is in any way, shape, or form.
But let's get back to this. When he's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe, let me out, and you say, fuck you, why don't you just let him out? What are you trying to prove to him? There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to be let out, and you're like, no,
again, it's the
no.
boy calling wolf. And it's not fair. It is not fair. You guys are trying to, again, oh, he's in there. Night, night.
He's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't. I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen.
But my question is, why didn't you just let him out prior to going up?
I don't know why.
He's begging to be let out. He's not laughing. He's not having fun.
So are you guys, so what is it you're trying to, like...
Insinuate.
We're just trying to figure out why.
Why? What?
Why?
What was the motivation for leaving him in the bag?
Why he was left in the bag? Why the video?
I didn't have any motivation. It was me, he and I having a great day, fooling around and being stupid.
You know, it's a good analogy for the day, excluding the fact that he's got a bump on the back of his head, a bump on the front of his head, and his lip is busted, and he has a bump on his eye. I mean,
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. Like, this is not fair that you all are assuming that that's from me.
where else did it come
If
from?
you were, say it's opposite, you were in the suitcase and you're asking to be let out, should they not let you out?
Eventually. I'm guessing. I mean, I'm blaming it on the wine.
Blaming it on the wine?
The wine didn't zip up
After
the
talking
suitcase.
to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
And tell you he can't breathe.
Okay.
If someone can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance.
You two didn't lay hands on each other.
No. No. I don't have anything.
You're right. You're telling us that we're assuming stuff, but what we're simply doing is telling you what we saw in the video and
I
repeating what
understand.
you told us.
I understand. Because I don't remember that.
Okay? Doesn't mean it didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
Sarah now gets freaked out by the male detective. She thinks he's texting someone about her, which creates an absurd yet hilarious moment.
So is the texting thing something about me? Like what's...
Is the what? Texting? Oh, no, I'm texting.
No, I have one last question. You realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you.
Not intentionally.
You got up, and you went up to bed.
You all,
Please sit down.
listen to me. I did not intentionally kill him.
I got you on video screaming, fuck you.
This is what it feels like when you're choking me. There's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't say it if you didn't feel it.
And then you flipped the bag around several times.
I didn't do that intentionally.
You didn't intentionally flip the bag around?
No, why would I do that?
Well, you
Good
told us
question,
you
you
did.
did.
When he was upside down.
Right.
Well, you had to put him upside down.
You can't get in a suitcase upside down because...
It had to been on its back with the lid open for him to get in there, for you to zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side with him in it, so you had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on his back again, so you had to flip it to
I'm leaving it like this, please. I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this.
You left him in there. You did trying to
Oh
dance
my
around the
gosh,
fact you left him in there.
I feel like what she's trying to say is, yes, I put him in there. Yes, I put him in there on purpose. Yes, I wanted him to get revenge from him for all the things that he did to me, but I did not mean to kill him. It was not supposed to end this way. I was supposed to only teach him a lesson. I felt like they started playing on her heartstrings. Like, I get it. You know, he's been abusing you and stuff for so long. There's only so much you can take, and you just wanted to punish him. It wasn't your fault that you left him in the suitcase. You just wanted him to feel what you felt. Is that right? And she could be like, oh my God, how did you know? And then boom, case closed. No, just kidding. It's not that easy. But I don't know. I was just hoping she came clean, but I don't, like I said before, I didn't feel like she was. Dude on the right was cooking. The female detective was cooking. They cooked her. The video, I feel like without that video, I feel like it would have been her word against theirs. But then again, autopsy doesn't lie. So either way, they would have came back to the same conclusion that she had something to do with it, and it was malice behind her intentions when it came to putting George inside the suitcase.
This is not...
You didn't leave him in there?
It's not cool. Like, this is not cool.
It's not cool. You intentionally left him in there and left the room. You went upstairs to a different room.
I would do anything for him.
Well, you gave up checking up on him. So.
Wouldn't let him out of a suitcase.
Oh, gosh.
Damn.
Anybody looking at it doesn't. I don't think anybody would look at that video and go, George is having fun right now.
The discourse repeats itself a few more times, and then Sarah brings out her list of questions.
So, am I getting my phone back?
No.
No.
Not today.
What about Lucas's laptop?
No.
Not today.
Not today.
How do I go about getting his wedding ring, engagement ring?
It's at the medical examiner's office. It'll come to us eventually, and then
It'll be released to
to
the next of kin.
Yeah. Okay.
I bought it for him.
Okay.
That is a civil issue. It was on his finger. It goes to them. They're the ones that are going to release it. We don't have any say in that.
So I won't get that back.
That's all she cares about.
So, what's next?
Jail.
They're going to come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about, like, in the long run. Like,
Jail.
what do I need to, like, do I need to be doing something, or... Like,
Yeah, just make sure when you get to prison, you establish dominance quickly, because you're going to need it.
like,
I can't tell you like what to do.
I mean, like, so, like, for... Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't know if you guys are just going to, like... I'm not admitting anything about being intentional, and I... Like,
We told you everything that we have. You know everything that we know.
So after this, what? I'm done? In itself, for me to have to live with getting him out and doing what I did is punishment enough. Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
His daughters, too.
Oh. And your son.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
No.
This
Nothing,
is
nothing to comment. I mean,
CSI that was there yesterday.
Forensics take her DNA and fingerprints. The investigators then return.
Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go. Okay.
This comment seriously puts Sarah on edge, but she still won't quite be fully aware of what's happening. This is coupled with the fact the investigators now try to get a solemn declaration out of her to close out the interrogation. The psychological dynamics of the moment are extraordinary.
Oh, do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
The investigator explains that it's just protocol.
Do you promise and swear that everything we've talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
every time we talk to somebody,
The male detective re-explains that it's just routine, only in a far more comforting tone. But the tone doesn't do a whole lot to reassure Sarah. She looks about ready to get swallowed up by a wormhole and take her chances in a separate dimension.
It's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge?
To the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No. Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally. So this was a trick.
You were read your rights.
Why is
You're
this
trying-
happening?
Because
Before you all said I could leave. So what am I supposed to do now?
Get a lawyer.
I had
I
a
don't
sneaky
work in
suspicion
the...
this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Have a seat.
Crazy how she always gets thirsty when she's in trouble.
An officer comes to take Sarah to the jail, but Sarah has questions first.
Those holding cells, the holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead, stand up.
I have not
So
found
what am I
anything.
going to do with my purse? What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this?
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did?
Sarah was taken to the Orange County Jail at 5:44 p.m. She was charged with second-degree murder and held without bond, which keep in mind was in late February of 2020, just before the entire planet went into lockdown due to a pandemic. So Sarah must have had a real fun time getting acclimated to the new environment. She's been in the county jail since, with a trial date set for April 10th of this year. She's currently working with her 7th attorney. 6 have already filed motions to get the fuck out of there, and all of them cited the same reason, which was irreconcilable differences.
That's the end of that. But yeah, she said, I knew this was going to happen. I knew they weren't going to be able to prove first degree because she just kept not saying it was an accident. It was an accident. I did not mean that to happen. They can't prove that she did it intentionally, and they cannot prove where he got the injuries from. So I literally have to have come for her testimony. Like I said, a video can only do so much, and it's like, it sucks, you know, and dead people can't talk, so he can't say his half. Who knows what took place that night? But I do know is that she didn't call the police immediately. She waited a long time, and then she called George, or whoever. She called her ex-husband first, I'm sorry, and then called the police shortly after and said, oh, he's purple, stuff like that. I mean, you've seen he was purple well before that, when that amount of time that was missing, that huge space before you called the police. So, yeah, man. I mean, she did it. Whether she remembered doing it or not, I don't know. You could tell by her slurred speech inside the video that she was intoxicated. Her husband said she's a heavy drinker, so who knows? Maybe she did get drunk and then she did put him in there. I'm not here to say what she did or did not do, but from the looks of it, looked like she did do it. You know, that's just my opinion. Put yourself in that situation, even though we probably wouldn't never put somebody in a suitcase, but who knows? You could be telling the truth and it may not always look like, or it may not be what it seems. You know what I mean? It's not what it looks like. You see people say that all the time, but sometimes it's not what it looks like. Who knows? This video is by JCS Psychology, so if you guys had already, make sure you shoot down the description box. Click on the link and watch the video in entirety, because I was pausing, stopping, and talking through the whole thing. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Zems, and welcome to the Crow's Nest. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you do get it when I do post. Again, I'm sorry it's almost been like 2 weeks since I posted, but I've been busy. I've been doing research. I've been studying. Life has been kicking my butt, but I have been doing it. So you guys have been very supportive thus far. So continue to do what you guys are doing. I will continue to upload content. Maybe one day I can do this full time and bring you guys uploads every single day of the week. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. If no one told you today, I love you. Also, go check out Corey Kenshin's video, because Corey Kenshin is back. I'm hyped. So yeah, peace.